Hello, welcome to the Worst Podcast, though not for long. My name is Jake.
Oh, I'm
God damn it. What did you just say, Jackson? The other one's Jackson, and we're joined this week by Kevin from Pulses.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on here with us.
Of course.
Soon we'll have collected every member of Pulses on the show.
Good luck with getting David, though.
Yeah.
You'll never do.
I'm viewing that, when Thanos has to get the last stone by killing Gamora, I'm gonna have to sacrifice David.
Why me?
You're just the most sacrificable. I don't know. Kevin, of course, you're here to talk about the new Pulses single, EXO Sold Out, which by the time this comes out, should have come out last Friday. Hopefully to a rousing success. It's a great song. I don't see why not. Jackson and Casey, did you actually listen to it when I told you guys to listen to it?
Yes.
Awesome. So we can all talk about that. One thing I do want to say before we get started is obviously this is the first time, believe it or not, we've recorded since all the DGD drama. We will be changing the name of the podcast very soon, if not before the next episode, after the next episode. It's going to be called Mutant Puke from now on, which was...
Who came up with that?
That would be me.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
You like it?
Yeah, I dig it.
This is not a committee type of podcast. I kind of just do whatever I want, and the guys go with it, I guess. But yeah,
we're just kind of here for the ride.
Yeah, Jackson didn't know the actual name of the show a couple episodes ago, so
Hey,
doesn't
That
matter.
is half the truth.
Yeah, so thanks for bearing with us. We're changing it to Mutant Puke. I don't know what's gonna happen when it changes, like if you'll stop following it automatically or something, but just look out on Twitter at DGD, Worst DGD Podcast, and we'll let you know what's going on. I'm sure it's not gonna work out well for us, but I just don't want to be directly tied to DGD. If you catch it, it is technically still a DGD reference, but just not as obvious. Okay, so EXO Sold Out.
yes.
By Pulses Va. Okay, I have some questions. Oh, I do have some compliments.
Okay, wait.
I love that main riff. It's
Yeah.
super crazy catchy. Who wrote that? I guess.
So most of that was Matt. Well, not even most of that. Like pretty much all of it. Not all the whole song, but like that guitar was Matt's thing. Caleb didn't really write a whole lot of the guitars on this song, just because that just didn't work out this time, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that lead riff is definitely Matt. So
Very cool. And I'm assuming you wrote the drums.
yeah, I think actually I want to say, and they'll confirm whenever, it was either Matt or David like fleshed out some pieces of it like at the earliest stage, and then I came through and was just like not like wiping it out, but just adding on top of it and like making it mine. So like, because that's what we usually do for like a lot of our stuff is whoever like kind of starts a demo, they'll like bring it to the table, and if it's like reasonable, we'll keep it and just stick with it, or I'll just be like, hey, I'm not gonna ever play like that. Like don't write my drums like that. So it's like we'll just like fix it. But yeah, I think that's how that one started. Like it had a sketch like when Matt and David kind of came through and then I was like, let me mold
What's this song called again?
EXO Sold Out.
I called it Hug Kiss.
Yeah.
That was
Hugs and kiss.
That's one of the like EXO meanings in it. There's a reason it's called EXO. So that's one of them.
Is there deep lore?
A little bit.
What's the other
Actually,
reason?
in it.
Well, EXO comes from, first and foremost, like the name. The demo name was I can't even pronounce it, and I'm not even gonna try to. It's like EXO something Citidae or something. I don't know, something like that. It's the scientific name for windfish, I think.
A windfish?
And yeah, or some sort of fish. But that's because the inspo for the song comes from Windfish by Lindsay Lohan, not Lohan, but Lohan. Yeah, it's a good pun. Great pun. But yeah, great song. So we like started it with that, and then like the song was getting stuck. Like we would call it EXO because we couldn't know how to pronounce that shit. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it, even though it's like spelled like EXO, blah 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 blah, all that. And I was like, okay, let's shorthand it and then mesh it with like the purpose of the song. So
Yeah.
EXO
Yeah.
works out like multiple ways.
Yeah, I looked up windfish, and it just brought me to Legend of Zelda shit.
Yeah, it did that to me too.
Yeah.
I was like, I was curious about what the word actually was, but all I'm
Let
saying
me go find it.
Did
if
you
I
mean
can.
flying fish, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Flying fish, because I know that's a real fish. Nah, I don't know. Oh yeah, Exocotidae or something.
There it is. Yeah, exactly.
Zocotidae. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know how to pronounce any of that shit, but
exactly. So we're just like, we just kept calling it EXO, like whenever we would refer to it working on it. And then I'm like, well, it's a good name, but I'm not gonna name it that full shit because there's just no way that anybody's gonna be able to say it.
Imagine trying to pronounce that live. And
Yeah,
keep fucking
that's not
stumbling over
happening.
it.
Imagine a fish flying to you.
pretty sick.
I've never seen this before.
You've never seen flying fish?
Fish with 4 wings? No.
It's
That's
a
Terrified.
new fish just dropped. Yeah.
Explain this, atheist.
Imagine how wild it must have been to be the first person to actually see like these fucking fish with wings.
For
Just some,
First person to discover the species.
you're just fishing on your boat, and all of a sudden this fucking big fish with wings just pops over your head. Then there's an entire school.
I don't know. They don't. I think I've only seen them.
I'd never go to a river again then.
Well, I've not actually. I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, the flying fish. I'm glad we got that piece of intel.
Yeah.
I also like the beat that goes with the chorus. It doesn't really show up the first time. It kind of comes in the middle, I thought. But I listened to it a bunch of times, but I'm like literally an idiot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like the beat stuff comes in on the hook mostly.
Yeah.
So like the first time the riff comes, especially the very first time, it's literally just the guitar.
Yeah.
And then like the like instruments kind of come in, but then like the actual production, like trap beat type shit comes in on the hook, and that's all intentional, and that's still actually Matt's doing because he does beats on the side,
Yeah.
has bad luck, and so it's like we're always appreciative that he can do that part. And it's just like I love all that shit, but I can't do it, so yeah, it's good that he can.
Sounds awesome. I do have a question. Do you guys write your features lyrics usually? Like, did you write the chorus for Zach? Did he come up with that on his own?
He came up with that on his own, and I am so grateful.
It's so good.
He murdered that hook. Like I know when he sent that shit back to us, I was like, okay, this might be the one.
Yeah.
And it's not even going on the album, but this might be the one.
It's a really good. But I forgot he was featured on it for a second when I first listened, and I was like, damn, Caleb sounds a lot different.
Yeah, right.
It's only been like one song. Or a couple months.
Right,
Which
right.
another great song. I love that song. I like the structure. Say something, Casey.
This single right here is not going to be on the next album.
Yeah, this is not. This is a standalone summer song. It's for the vibes.
I got you. Alright. I feel like y'all may have put that in Twitter and I just forgot, but
No, it's cool. Like I think everybody kind of assumes that. Like we've been talking about like the third record for so long, so
Yeah.
you know, it
yeah,
kind of makes sense. that
anything
you
drops, it's like, oh yeah, third record's coming up.
Right. Nah, totally standalone though.
Casey, I think Matt off air gave us some vague idea of where you guys are heading with your so that might be why you thought that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally possible. I don't remember anything of what he said about that, but it's probably subconscious somewhere.
Yeah. I was gonna say I really like how the song kind of just resets. Like the structure is interesting to me in that way. Like
That's cool because like I'm thinking that it was like our most not necessarily normal structure, but we definitely went for like an EDM pop structure with it. You know, just
I can
like
definitely feel
recurring
the
elements.
EDM. I can definitely feel the EDM vibes, especially whenever you talk about like the reoccurring like motifs that just keep playing in over and over again. And I think that's
Exactly.
that's an interesting thing to be bringing into circular. And I'm curious about like going back to the song title, even though we just talked about that for like 10 minutes. But the whole the quotation marks sold out. Is there like any deeper meaning to that, or?
Yeah, there's a lot actually.
Quotation marks.
Fucking parentheses, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna grill you on grammar and all that shit.
That's why
not
I'm
what I'm here for.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it means a lot. Like, first off, it's just simply like
Chorus.
the chorus, which is like in it's like, yeah, that's like obvious, but it's also like, for me, I think a lot about, you know, when people do that in their music, like putting in the parentheses, like they use it for the search engine optimization or whatever, because you know, people think of sold out, like the chorus is like literally I sold out, you know, so it's like that's gonna be the thing that's stuck in their head. So if they see EXO, they're like, I don't know what the fuck song that is. So you know, put it in the parentheses, because it's like I saw, like, I always think of like lately or like within the last few years, NSYNC, this is totally left field, NSYNC for
NSYNC.
It's Gonna Be Me,
Oh,
during May, we'll
Yeah.
put It's Gonna Be May, like literally the month, in the fucking like streaming song title name, just because they know people are gonna search for that. So it's like insane how people are just like, I kind of like optimizing song titles now. So, which is also a part of literally the sold out thing, because it's just like we are really directing our content, like the art or whatever, to make sure that it gets seen like by the most people, instead of just doing it for the fuck of it. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So yeah,
you guys
it's like
always,
all rap.
you guys always have some wildly clever shit that you don't think about until it's explained. Like that makes so much sense.
I'm glad it makes sense after explaining it, and I'm also glad that it's like not obvious, because that's like kind of the goal.
That's the
for
kinda-
this,
yeah,
at least
yeah.
this song, yeah.
That's the best type of stuff. Like when you told me, I guess a couple of years ago, I don't even know when we did the last episode together, that you guys chose Speak Into Existence art because so many other bands were using cartoons or whatever, like actual drawings for their covers. You guys just know what you're doing, I feel like.
It's funny you say we know what we're doing, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's also half the point too of like sold out, because like we approach it like as a song, just to be the thing that we think we should do in a way. Like, you know, what we wanted to do. You know, it's just like, oh, you know, everybody's always talking about writing the pop song. It goes off and everybody loves it and everything. And I'm just like, well, yeah, I want to do that, but it's also like what they want you to do.
Yeah. I was wondering, how did you guys connect to Zach Benson? Because when I talked to Matt a few months ago, I'm not sure you guys had even gotten him yet by the way Matt was talking.
Yeah, we hadn't even like really kind of figured it out, because like we knew we wanted to do the song, and we knew we wanted a pop artist, but we didn't really know who back then, probably. But Zach is friends with Matt, like they just go way back, and our photographer, like tour photographer Tyler, he plays drums for Zach, excuse me, live. So like we have multiple kind of like avenues to Zach, and we were just like, you know what, let's do that. And then Zach had like, we had also like talked to him like at some of these shows that like they do and that we like go to. And Zach's like an old scene head too, you know, like he loves like Thrice and like all like old post-hardcore stuff. And he used to be in a pop punk band with Tyler and everything too. So he's been a part of the scene, but like kind of left it for pop music. So he's like, I kind of want to go back. And so we're like, okay, well, we kind of want a pop song and you kind of want a scene song, so let's do it.
So it's kind of just like the parts just came together very naturally, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Organic? Yeah, that word.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, it's like I didn't know Zach. We were like separated friends, but now we're definitely like close, especially after like working the video. Like, he's a really cool guy, and like his music is really cool. Like, I'd never really listened to it before, but yeah, he's got a really good like ear for things, so I dig it a lot.
If you're listening and you haven't heard of any Zach Benson solo songs, Kissing as the Cars Go By, great song.
Yes,
love that song.
It's a good one.
You kind of already answered this. How did the process of writing the song go? I know Matt did a lot of it, I guess, and then you guys kind of just worked on it from there.
Yeah, that's pretty much the bulk of it. He wrote most of it. We kind of came in and did our parts like as it went on, because we read a lot of the stuff separately. Not all the time, but a good chunk of the time it's just like, oh, I'm working from home, and I just like slapped out a bass part or something, like, can you go do that or whatever. So it just kind of pieced itself together that way. And then I think we sent Zach the instrumental first, which was interesting because like we didn't have like our lyrics or like our vocals done.
Yeah.
Like Zach had his hook done first, hook and verse and bridge, because we gave him like a lot of stuff. So because we wanted it to be like a collab and not just like a feature, you know what I mean? So so he had all his stuff and he sent it back, and then we kind of wrote the vocals and stuff together on top of that. Like I still wrote all the lyrics and stuff, but like we worked through like the vocal melodies and stuff like that. Like I think Matt had his flows that he wanted for his scream parts, and some of the flows for like some of the clean vocals that he does and Caleb does, but all the words kind of came. I think he might have wrote he wrote his scream parts. I will say that.
Matt did.
But then Matt did. But I wrote Caleb's clean parts, I believe. So, yeah. A little mix of
I wouldn't have
everything.
expected that.
Yeah, it's really interesting how we kind of will do lyrics and vocal lines and stuff. I feel like they usually get, like 90% of the time, I would say they usually do their flows, and then like I will put lyrics to their flows. That's usually how it goes, but sometimes it switches it up.
That's actually a really interesting way to do things. I guess it kind of makes sense in a way, but I just play guitar, so I can't really say I know how it sounds. But that's an interesting like writing process. I don't think I've really heard anyone do before out in like this genre of music.
Yeah, I think it is a little different, but I don't know. It's like it makes the most sense for me, at least, because I don't have like a whole lot of like, I'm not good with melody. I mean, like I can carry a tune and like, I know notes and how they work together, but I'm not like snap with it like Caleb and Matt are, since they're just good at that. But I do know lyrics and I do know words, and like I'm really good at that. So it's just like, if I can hear them do like da 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 da, I got a verse for that. You know what I mean? Like I can figure that out. So it kind of allows me to still have like a hand in things without having like actual talent.
No, you definitely have talent.
I'm just bullshitting.
Casey needs to get on his shit though. You need to know how to play the drums, program, EDM, fucking write lyrics. Come on, slacking basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep slacking.
Okay.
Hey, it's okay to do one thing really good.
That night, I can't afford an electric. I can't afford an drum set to track song right now. You fucking kidding me? If I could, I absolutely would though.
Save your good
Get
boy.
over it. Amazon.
Yeah, you can get what is it? Elysis Nitro. That's a pretty solid kit. I got one, and it's nice. It does the damn thing, and I can plug it into Rock Band because I got an adapter.
Yeah, I remember y'all posted a few times about how Rock Band really was the catalyst in rock music, which I thought was really interesting. That's interesting, more cool, because like I know a lot of people who were like that with Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Yep. I mean, like if it wasn't for that game, I wouldn't be into the stuff that I'm into, and I wouldn't be playing drums. Honestly, like 100%. Like I learned how to play drums from Rock Band.
Oh shit, maybe I should get Rock Band. My girlfriend wants to get into the drums, but we have no way of, like, I guess the electric drum set, but she found one on Amazon that I bought her for her birthday, but I don't know, it's kind of crappy. It's like flat on the table. It's just got like little pictures of the drums, and you hit it. I mean, it kind of works, but it just kind of looks like a kid's toy. So maybe I should get her
I think those are
Rock Band.
toddlers.
I think this is. This is actually a kid toy.
It does show little kids, but it actually works pretty well if you can. It's just awkward because all the little circles are next to each other. So when you try to play, you're just bumping into each other, and obviously it's not good for learning because that's not how you would actually play on a drum set. So, sorry, got deep into the drum set lore. Yeah, you guys are the only reason I know there's a is it Rock Band or Guitar Hero that still has a game? Something live.
It's Clone Hero, right?
Clone Hero. So Clone Hero is like the people made it, like it's the knockoff, but it's like really well made. Like so, I'm not like trying to shit on it at all. But that's like the thing that's kind of keeping the guitar side alive. But Rock Band 4 is still going. Like it's like the OGs, the one that made the original like Guitar Hero. They're still pumping out DLC every week. So
I mean, that came out like 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's like forever. Like it's even older. I think it's 2007 actually. It's like when Rock Band 1 came out, and then it's like they made Guitar Hero. Like that's what the other thing that people don't think about. I'm a super like stan for Guitar Hero and Rock Band. So it's like I know that's all the huge shit. Like Harmonix, who is famous for Rock Band, like basically. So but then they sold it back and Activision from Guitar Hero 3 on, handled it.
So they just sold Guitar Hero and then made a better version.
Exactly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
because Rock Band,
that's what
Rock
my
Band
family
shits on
always
Guitar
had.
Hero. Yeah, I think it's a better, like it's a well crafted. No disrespect to Guitar Hero, because it's like I love Guitar Hero 3 is like one of the best games like out there. But I think Rock Band as a franchise did a lot more for like music integration and like, understanding and trying to like make it like a like a serious thing in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like I know last
Don't have
year,
a good day.
or not last year, maybe earlier this year,
Great
they
day.
were talking to like a Boston local label to like get songs in the game. So they have like
Wow.
Origami Angel and like Prince Daddy and the Hyena, like they're
Really?
like DIY bands that are in Rock Band like official. So it's just like they give a shit, about the scene and everything like that. And just like trying to make sure that they're like spreading music to like the masses and everything. So I think they give a shit, and that's why I love them.
You got Prince Daddy on there, shit?
Yeah, pretty fun song.
What song
Would you
is
say
it?
that the drum parts are pretty
I
accurate?
can't remember off the top. What would you say?
Would you say that the drum parts on Rock Band are pretty accurate to real drums? Or?
Yeah, for the most part, especially like the pro drums, like because it's like you think of Guitar Hero had the kit with 3 like racks, so like snare, 2 rack toms, and then 2 cymbals like built in, and everybody was like, "Oh, this makes it so much better." But it's like you have the pro kit, which is like more expensive. I understand why people don't have it. You do have like the snare, 3 rack toms, and then 3 cymbals, so you can really get a lot of variation on like how it's charted and everything. So really effectively, I can just sit on a drum kit, which is literally what I do to track drums, and play along to drum charts and like play real drums, just because it's charted that accurately. So like some things you're not gonna get, like you don't get like different velocity hits, like on a snare roll or something, like the Misery Business roll, like the snare roll, that roll. You're not gonna get something like that that's like intuitive just off reading a chart, but you get all the basics, and like the wind independence and all that shit. So it's really good in my opinion.
Well, shit, I guess I got my drum band now. That's how I'm gonna learn drums.
I mean, honestly, that's what I did. Literally what I did. I'm not like I took lessons for like 2 years, but that was like after I'd already played Rock Band, and I just wanted to like get real kit, interfacing, if you will. So yeah, it's just like Rock Band will teach you limb independence, staying and so it's worth it.
Yeah. Fuck, I gotta get Rock Band, I guess. Is that on Xbox One or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
Or you can get the Clone Hero, like that's free, and they have like I think the beta has drums now because it's been expanding. So they didn't have it like years ago, but they just did like recently.
Nice. I remember whenever it was just like guitar and it would always pop up on Twitch every so often with like the same 2 dudes playing like fucking crazy ass tracks with.
Yep.
I can't even comprehend how they were like hitting half that shit up most of the time. Like some of those dudes who are doing up here are insanely good.
Yeah, no, for real. I follow like what's his name, or like his at like Asai.
Oh yeah. Asai's like the big one that I know.
Yeah,
Wasn't one of them caught to be cheating?
Yeah, recently. Like I saw one dude. Like I never followed that dude that was caught cheating, but he did get caught like manipulating his videos and stuff like that. Like he was actually good, but like just not that good. So
yeah, and apparently he had been doing it for like years at that point.
yeah.
That's the part that's fucking insane to me, dude. Like he got away with that for like 5 years or something.
It's like, and for what? Like, come on, dog.
I'm sure you're not rolling in the bank making Clone Hero videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can get by, but it's not worth it.
Like, can you even fucking monetize that? It's other people's songs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think like over time that like you can now in a way. Like it's like you can't just post that shit to YouTube and monetize it, but like you can at least do Twitch.
Yeah,
like because they have like a I think like at least Harmonix I know like sets up like a shit like where it's like, oh, you can do it, they're just gonna mute your bot after or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like they're not gonna like cut you down like immediately for doing it.
You could always do Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, right.
Casey, I thought you brought up that guy cheating on older episode we did, I think.
I did.
Yeah, I've definitely heard it certain on the show. So throwback episode.
The amount of shit I've said on like these podcast episodes that I don't remember saying is
Water
honestly-
sausages.
Okay, I remember the water sausage because that shit's fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna need you to do it one more time.
A water sausage.
Oh,
Okay,
fucking
so there's this YouTube
God
channel
damn it.
called Ordinary Sausage that Jake loves, and
Kevin!
he just takes random different ingredients, makes them into sausage.
Oh,
That's not what sausage is. It's inherently not sausage.
Are you a sausage maker, Jake? This man has a professional sausage making kit right here. I think I'm gonna trust him a little bit more
If it's
than I
made,
trust
it's
you
just
on
in the
sausage.
shape of sausage.
Oh,
That doesn't
I'm
make it
absolutely
sausage.
gonna watch this later. This is the shit that I'm about. Like, I follow this, or I subscribe to this dude from Japan that makes knives out of like random shit.
I know who you're talking about.
Of course you do. Of course
So
you
like
do.
I made that out of like bismuth or something.
I don't know, maybe, but like all I know is I've seen him make a knife out of fucking gummy bears before.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
that.
almost like the exact same shit, but sausages.
Oh, see, that's my like low key shit. I don't talk about that kind of stuff.
Horrific
Toilets
sentence.
101.
We can just,
Toilets 101 is an important establishment to this country. How will we know how the Arby's toilet looks if Toilets 101 does not document it?
God, did he like go to your workplace? How did you discover this?
Oh, I randomly
Like-
looked up a drive-in movie theater to see like if people liked it or if there were any videos or anything. And the only video was this guy, Toilets 101, in the bathroom of the movie theater, like showing the toilet. That's how I found the toilet community.
there's like an entire
deeper than
community
you
of
know.
dudes just rating different toilets. It's
Collecting
fucking yeah, and collecting them, which
Yes.
is even scarier to me.
Yes, and it's weird.
In their
Like,
room, they have like 12 Bidets and other things like just standing there.
like I say this as someone diagnosed with autism. It's like clearly autistic, adjacent. Like just one of those. What do they call them? Special interests. Like you notice a lot of younger guys, like teenagers, that are into toilet collecting. It'll be like a dude living at his mom's house and he has like 3 toilets in his room. One's holding up his lamp, the other's a bookcase. Like, it's a strange ass community. I encourage everyone to check out Toilet
Need a
101.
dresser? Just use a toilet.
Wash your hands.
So many uses for a toilet.
Bookshelf, fucking end table. The possibilities are
How he
endless, I
feels
guess.
about the days, though.
Oh, that's a good question. Sometimes I'll
Oh.
comment on them and say another great video. Toilets 101. He's hard to know.
I'm kind of curious. What is bus boner?
God damn it.
Oh,
Hold on.
wait, yeah, what is it?
Before we get into our regular degeneracy, Kevin, I did have one question about how you guys. So, put yourself in. Let's move away from Post Boner for a second. Put yourself in your shoes when you're like writing, recording, working on EXO Sold Out. Have you already made LP3 songs at that point? Have you just put out Champ in the Making? Like, what's the timeline on you guys writing a song like this that's just like a one and done single for the summer?
That's a good question. I think so for sure. Way after Champ, because Champ was actually Champ itself, like the song "Yo Champ in the Making," was a B-side from "Speak It Into Existence" era. So that one was like way done, but we just never recorded it.
Wasn't Speak Less B-sides?
Yes, well, Speak Less was kind of B-sides. Like some of it, like Speak Less was like half B-sides, and then we finished it out like to be a project. So it's like a little bit of both. But then Yo Champ is specifically like a B-side that would have went on to Speak It Into Existence had we not wrote a bunch that we like more than it.
Yeah.
So it's like directly like it was supposed to be.
Okay.
Like I feel like if Good Vibes Only, I think, was the last one that we wrote for that record. So if Good Vibes Only wasn't like the one that we wanted,
Yeah.
it would have been Yo Champ.
Okay.
So
I see.
yeah, so that's like directly that, and then the other 2 songs are re-records because we needed to re-record those shitty ass like old songs. They were not good. Anyway, but we liked the songs. That's why we redid it. Like, I loved like how they were written, but we were like trash back then.
You didn't just abandon them to time. Or
yeah, exactly. So it was after that, all of that for sure. But I think we had already started writing a lot of LP3 songs before we got to EXO. I think EXO started like as like a really simple demo that we kind of like left as like the guitar riff and didn't know what to do with it until like I'm not trying to like take credit, but I'm going to take a little credit. I was like listening to Lindsay Lohan, like the song that I mentioned before, because I listened to Lindsay Lohan for like since like 2010, like off and on. I'm not like a huge fan or anything, but I knew of it and I was like, oh, this is tight shit, and I knew that was like Matt's lane of like music and he was looking for stuff. I'm like, oh, you should listen to this EP. It's like really good. And so he listened to it and was like, oh shit. And then he like finished out that song like pretty much like after I had sent it over to him. So it just like came out of that after we had already like thought we were gonna shelve that. So it's like birthed from the same time, but yeah. So it's still kind of like it still came independently in a way because it's just like it doesn't sound like the rest of the. And I think that's why we pushed it to like single status. So yeah, it's like hard for me to like not just give like everything away as far as like what we're planning on doing. But it's like once you see what we're doing, it's not gonna. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, I understand why you didn't do that.
Yeah, and
I remember whenever I took a Guitar Pro lesson with fucking Matt a while ago because I had no idea how to work Guitar Pro, and I'm gonna be honest, I still don't really understand how it works.
Wow.
But I barely do.
Cut that out. Bad review of Matt's work.
I mean, like, it's less bad review of his work because he did teach me, like, you know, how to actually change how to view things because I didn't even know how to do that, or even how to notate rhythm.
Okay, you're really
pretty bad. Yeah, I really had no idea what the fuck I was doing on that. But I remember him showing me, like, a few of the tracks, and, like, how often would you say you have, like, tracks that are just kind of, like, waiting to be finished in a way? Like, you only, like, put down ideas and you come back to it later kind of thing.
It's almost all the time, to be honest with you. Like, so someone will kind of like start a riff or like an idea or whatever, and we'll just like let it sit there for like a month plus, you know, until it just like feels good, and then you want to finish it further, or like I don't know. I know we still have like some. We have most of the album written at this point, I think. And so we still have like a folder of like 20 different like 10-second to 30-second like riffs and like one drum beat ideas that are just like waiting for somebody to get inspired enough to like flush it out. So that happens, but then we also do write together, you know, from time to time, where we're all in the same room and someone will bring a riff and then I'll just sit at like the computer and I'll do like drums for a second, and then someone will come in and like Dave was like, oh, I got a bass line now that you wrote drums, and it just like builds that way.
Yeah.
So it's like either that or, you know, stack of files in folder, go look at it and figure it out.
With the art for the single, with the pigeon on top of all the money, do you guys, like, is the birds thing intentional? Because I've noticed you guys use birds a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, there's no real reason for it. Like,
birds
I actually don't have like lore for that, but
like
I mean, like lore for like the bird aspect. I love birds. Birds are cool, and they're also not real, and they're drones, but you know, they're cool. Like, so we just like we did it at the start, and then we did Bouquet with a bird, and then we were like, okay, let's just keep going. And then Speaking Into Existence had a bird, unmistakably. Like, I actually didn't like intentionally want a bird on it, but like when I was searching for that art, it had a bird. I'm like, well, fuck, there it is. So we're gonna keep the bird thing.
I guess.
Ironically, Speak Less
doesn't.
does not have a bird, and that was kind of intentional actually, because we were like, this is a deviation from what you know us as, so it doesn't have a bird. And then after that, we were like, okay, well, EXO's gonna have a bird, so the bird of this era is a pigeon.
Cool.
There you go. That's the first confirmed. That's out there.
So that means a pigeon for the LP3? Is that
exactly?
Whoa.
We already have the LP3 art, so yes, there's a pigeon on that too.
I'm gonna be honest, my mind has been like corrupted. Every time I look at the fucking EXO single art, I always in my head just imagine the fucking pistol being pointed at me because I've seen that so many goddamn times now.
It's crazy good. Like, I'm like, oh, that's
so
fine with me. That's kind of also like playing into the vibe, so I'm like totally cool.
Casey's talking about the edit where someone photoshopped the pigeon holding a gun pointed
it's
towards the
all,
camera, by the way.
It's all I picture in my head whenever I like listen to the song now. It's like I think it's the original art now. It's gotten bad.
I don't blame you, and I'm not mad at it.
It's fucking hilarious. I don't know. Just birds with guns, birds with arms. That needs
Yep,
needs to
either
be.
one.
That's a classic internet meme, birds with arms.
But yeah, shout out to Nye also as well. She's probably not going to listen to this, but like we got her on Fiverr to
Fiverr? Really?
Yeah, to draw this, and she fucking nailed it. So she drew that, and she drew the LP3 art, and you're the first to know about that.
Whoa.
So.
I'm gonna scrounge the internet for it. I do have I know you have art already, but I have a pitch. It's a furry CD case, and it's like simulating pigeon fur. Maybe
Pigeon
like
fur.
some eyes and a beak sticking out, you know.
I will see what we can do on that.
Special edition.
That shit sounds expensive as hell, which would tie into like the sold out thing. But
the pigeon edition. Oh shit, pigeon edition. Bars. All right, Jackson. I'll talk about Bus Boner. It's not even a story. It's just when I was in school in the morning, the vibrations of the bus would just make me get a boner, and that's all there is to it.
Then why did you write this down?
I was thinking about it one day.
This is the first time I've heard about it, right? And I'm going to say that seems entirely reasonable. So I don't know why you're getting shamed for that.
And what I would do, because I was so like, it's scary to have a boner in school, right? Like you're so insecure about any whatever. Shut up.
Did you pull out that DS game from your pocket?
We're not talking about the DS game. No, I would bite my hand actually to make it stop. Yeah. I would like leave teeth marks in my hand.
I'm not
you
shaving.
tried like not thinking about it.
No, it deserves shaving. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know.
Pretty fucking funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Get this man a breakfast. He's hungry.
Happy Pride Month, by the way. I think we had an episode in June already, but happy Pride Month anyway.
Deserves to be said.
Yeah, I think this podcast is 100% bisexual, so that's pretty sick.
That is sick.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are you doing with a girlfriend?
Well,
hey, no bi erasure.
yeah, really.
My girlfriend is bi. She's in a heterosexual relationship. You know, it's okay. We like to look at titties together. You know.
There's this weird, I guess, I don't know the word, but it's like people just assume bi guys only like men and bi girls are straight or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I hear you.
You gotta get with someone eventually.
Forever alone.
Okay. Do you
Damn, you like both men and women? You still lonely?
I've seen that meme. There's like a meme where it's like, why can't you get a girlfriend? Let me see if I can't find it.
Clitoris? Labia majora? Bitch, how many pussies do you have?
Huh? I think one of those was a Zelda game.
You think? Really? Kevin, do you see anything on our little list that you'd want us to talk about? I don't know.
Good. Let's see. I'm looking at the list here. The only thing I really have like more of an opinion on is like unfortunate out of this list. I feel like I'm like mid on all of it. Like not that I'm like I'm down to talk about shit I don't know about. That's like life, but like the new Pink Shift because they're local to us and you know good people. We talk to them from time to time. New Pink Shift. I
bought their was it an EP Saccharin on CD?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a good CD.
It is.
Just get a girlfriend, son. Or a boyfriend. He's bi. Damn, nobody want you for real. I'm saying like.
I fucking love that meme. But yeah, no, new Pink Shift, Fox.
Yeah, what is the song called? I forgot.
Let me pull it up so I don't fuck it up.
I think it's Nothing in My Head.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing parentheses in my head.
Another parentheses. No quotation.
I'm gonna put a song in quotation marks just to spite you at this point.
Please do. Oh shit, someone told Anthony Green to audition for Dance Gavin Dance and he said no.
I feel
yeah. I don't know if I would either. What?
He keeps giving them like ones and zeros.
That's the wrong Anthony.
Oh my god.
That's the wrong Anthony you're thinking of.
It's talking about Anthony Green of Circa Survive. I should have specified. I apologize.
Yeah, we're not talking about Fantano.
I had an out-of-pocket tweet earlier, and I deleted it, and I want to know if you guys think I should have deleted it. I said Anthony Green looks like Shane Dawson with the handsome filter on.
Oh,
I don't even know what Anthony Green looks like.
He looks
Nah,
like
you
Shane
had to get
Dawson
that
with
one
the
out of there.
yeah. I mean,
like that's not even like on some like, oh, you're being disrespectful to Anthony. That's on your health and safety. To do with it.
yeah. You're right. You're right. I'm glad I deleted it.
Sometimes it's okay to sin.
I mean,
But not this time.
it'll stay on the podcast, but it won't go any further than that. Okay, we
Yeah, I'm
said
glad this
pink shift.
podcast has like a ton of dirty laundry always being aired about me, Jackson, and Jake.
Yeah. Diablo Immortal, I want to talk about that real quick. I know Blizzard, piece of shit, whatever. I like Diablo, unfortunately. And this Diablo game is on mobile. You know, what, you guys don't have phones? Where that shit came from?
That was years ago at this point.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It just came out. It plays really fucking good, actually. It's kind of crazy how well it translates onto mobile, Diablo.
Yeah. Blizzard's marketing department, not the greatest.
No. I mean, they're definitely trying to fuck you up the ass with fucking microtransactions. They don't make you buy weapons or armor, but they make you buy gems, I guess, which
like
socket
to
yeah.
the weapons.
Yeah, it sockets into the weapons and makes them better. And I don't know, I just can't be fucked to care. Like, I'll play it a little bit more. I've played it every day for 6 days, which is very rare for me for a mobile game. But again, it just plays really, really well. It's like I'm playing Diablo on the phone. Whoa.
Oh.
And it's kind of an MMO as well. Like, there's people, like, the first person I saw in the game was named COVID-19, so that was awesome. He just ran across my screen.
I just saw, like, speaking of another mobile game, somebody on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links that was named COVID-19, and then they were like beating people. I just got beat by COVID-19.
But yeah, I don't have much to say. It's Diablo, man. Like, you can't get much more simple. The story is like, it's there. They make you see a lot of cutscenes. I don't care. I just want to kill demons.
Story, or
I've not been paying attention, but from another review I read, it's like fan service type story, like all the classic characters popping up and shit like that. But I don't know any Diablo characters besides Deckard Cain, so why would I don't know.
the fucking old man.
Yeah. That's
Not even
only...
like Tyrael or...
Oh, I guess I know him. I know
Is
Diablo.
it free to play?
It is free to play.
Okay.
And it's
cool.
on PC as well, though I've heard it looks like ass because it's a mobile game.
I believe it.
It looks great on mobile. It probably looks ass on PC.
I feel like Diablo Immortal, all the microtransactions, is just Blizzard's way of getting back at all the people who like data mined Overwatch 2 for the models to make porn with.
I don't know how much overlap there is between those two groups, but
Probably
it's an interesting theory.
That's what I'm working with, and
That's
that's
just a theory.
I'm hoping Diablo 4 is a lot like this in terms of, like, it's an MMO that's kind of cool. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's always online anyway.
Have you played the Diablo 2 remaster?
I haven't. Is it like that?
I mean, I thought it was pretty well made.
Yeah. I started Diablo with
switch
Diablo
between
3, so I don't know. I was nostalgic for Diablo 2. Does Diablo 2 Remake play like Diablo 3?
No.
No.
It plays like Diablo 2.
Okay. Interesting.
so.
I mean, you
what
can
is-
switch between like the old 2000 graphics, like with the push of a button, where like you can just play old
That's
ass
cool.
Diablo 2 if you want, or you can do the new graphics.
The Mass Effect trilogy did that too. Like the
Oh
remake.
yeah, with the Legendary Edition or whatever, right?
Yep.
Oh,
That was pretty cool.
Let you play with old graphics
Yeah, it's kind of like weird, but
for an Xbox 360 game, I'd say.
It's not even
mean-
that old.
Yeah.
They did that with
Yeah.
they did that with Halo. Like
Yeah,
they
they
started
did that too.
reusing.
There's a
Yeah.
better like reason for
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Halo's
because Halo's old as fuck.
it's pretty distinct looking, the original Halo game. Like, I don't know.
I miss Halo 3.
They still got it. I don't know if you know.
I know they still got it, but it's just like I don't still got it. That's the thing. Like not even like physically own it. It's like yeah, I still own it, it, but like I cannot play
Oh,
shooters
I
for
see.
shit anymore.
Yeah.
I feel that so hard. I can't aim anymore.
Me and Jackson have been playing Fortnite.
It's
Are we
like the
playing
newest
Fortnite?
game I've been playing.
Yeah, Fortnite is about to get down.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been playing Myth 1.
Myth? The old
Ass
PC
RTS.
game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh right, because you set up like an old ass like Windows 95 computer to play old games
word.
with.
I put in Duke Nukem 3D, and I guess the disc got too like scuffed. It didn't read the disc.
I'm sure
Except
it's
to get a new
hella
copy.
expensive online. I'm sure everyone's foaming at the mouth for Duke Nukem 3D. What?
I don't know, I'm just looking at like PC games that aren't on like Steam or GOG.
Yeah.
Like The Neverhood. I want to play that game.
Neverhood.
It's like
is
a
that?
claymation. It's made by DreamWorks,
Really?
but like it's like a claymation point-and-click adventure game. It's pretty cool.
Anyone
Oh,
ever
it
play
was-
Boom Blocks?
Boom Blocks on the Wii.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Steven Spielberg made it.
I remember that.
Yeah. It just made
Remember
me think
one
of that
dude-
when you said DreamWorks made it, because Steven Spielberg made DreamWorks.
I remember that came out the same day as Grand Theft Auto 4, and this one dude's like, "Yeah, I'm that one dude that got Boom Blocks instead of GTA 4."
I don't even know what Boom Blocks is. I've just seen the cover like 100 times. I
It's
mean,
like
I can
a
imagine.
party game Jenga thing.
Yeah. Boom Blocks. Steven Spielberg. Why would I care?
Oh, you spell this shit with an X.
Yeah. We've been playing Fortnite. Do you have any cool Fortnite skins, Jackson? I don't have any cool skins.
I have Street Fighter,
Who?
Ryu, Chun-Li.
Do you get like a pack or something?
You can.
I got a free Among Us backpack.
I didn't get a. I have the game.
I think if you
I
got
haven't
it for
evolved.
free from like, you know how they give out those free games, you
Yeah,
don't
that's
get
what I
the
did.
free item. You have to buy like Among Us currency. I bought like the $1.99 one and I got my Among Us backpack
From Among Us or from Fortnite?
from Among Us. You have to buy the. Apparently, there's
that's-
currency for it. So
Yeah, I'm not spending money on Among Us. Sorry.
it's just
Among Us
$1.99.
has stopped sounding like words now to me.
It's a little.
Yeah.
It's just a 3D model of the Among Us guy on your back,
No, I've seen it.
and he runs when you run,
He also runs if you like drive a boat.
or you're flying in the air. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why that's what they chose to make it, but like,
I'll stick with my
He's
Street
epic.
Fighter 2 arcade like cabinet.
Oh yeah, did you ever get that arcade cabinet in your room working again?
Yeah, it's been working. My nephews have just been playing with it, which
Okay.
is, first time they try to use an arcade cabinet, like they try to like touch the screen.
My favorite.
Too many TikToks like that.
I,
I had to tell
I
them,
went
no, these are the controls.
I went to the Borough, which is like a barcade here in Lexington, for anyone who doesn't know. But like, this was about maybe a week ago ish, and I remember seeing these people they look younger than me, and I'm like 24, so I'm still pretty young. But these guys look like they were like maybe just like turning 21.
21.
Yeah. And I shit you not, this kid just put like his coins into the arcade machine for Tekken 3 and started touching the screen and started saying, "Why isn't anything happening? Why isn't it? Why
That's
isn't it wasn't
wild.
I
quiet?"
love
I'm
that.
like, oh my god.
We're losing
Did he not ask
recipes.
for his card? For his ID?
No, they did. Like, I'm pretty sure they did. At least I hope so.
I would have
Otherwise-
ID'd him like after that stunt.
Well, think about it. Someone 21, they would have been born 2001. Like
That's true. Which is why I'm saying he's 21, because if he's younger,
I
then
mean-
the Borough is going to go the way of Linus and get shut down.
He's only like a few years younger than us. Like we've all used an arcade machine. It's not like
Some
ancient
people are
technology.
really sheltered people.
Yeah.
It's like really sheltered, and like I can imagine
then-
at least at this point, like someone being 21 and the first piece of tech they touched is like a touch screen.
It's kind of weird just like going to a barcade and like not knowing what to do at a barcade.
Yeah. I don't know.
One thing I've learned over time, and this is not a diss to anybody, because not really, people are dumb.
Damn.
Like
Words to live
I'm not
by.
trying to be like a dickhead, really, but it's just like, I don't know shit sometimes.
No offense,
And-
but you're fucking dumb.
I would never say that. I'm not saying that like
Like,
people
no
are dumb
offense.
legitimately, but hey, people got knowledge gaps, and that's how I tend to think about it.
Some people know a lot about toilets, and some people
Exactly.
That's facts. Facts. Sausages, toilets, video game arcade cabinets. It's all the same, really. It's just complex systems.
Is it though?
You know,
I've been drinking, so that's why I said that. That's all I gotta say.
You've been drinking.
I mean, it's.
I don't know. It
it's
was
all
pretty
good.
wise, in my opinion.
Thank you.
What was I gonna
Do you
say?
know Internet Explorer is going to shut down in a couple days?
Well,
not
yeah,
happy about
because
that.
there's Edge. There's no reason for Internet Explorer to exist.
It's a
Well,
trash service or trash
My old ass
browser.
Windows computer. I need Windows Internet Explorer.
Of
I have like a
course.
couple days left to play StarCraft 1 online.
Damn.
You can't. I don't know. What am I gonna ask? You can't download Chrome on Windows
I
25
have
or whatever.
128 megabits of RAM.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that's bad.
That'll
not
open
great.
like half a page of Chrome.
Okay, so it's bad. Gotcha.
Hang on, let me see how much is this one page of Chrome taking up?
Chrome just like kills everything on a machine.
Can your computer play Pulse's new single "EXO" sold out?
It should
Yes.
be.
Yes.
It's gonna play it at like
Some
64
old ass
maybe.
speakers, tinny speakers.
I want to hear it on like some like shit that doesn't make sense. We were, like Caleb tweeted the other day. He was like, "I'm gonna drop the single early in 8 kbps just to do it."
Okay, he
Drop
should.
it on
That'd be funny
a
as fuck.
Edison cylinder.
I bet the hook would still sound good.
I bet it would.
It's so good. It's
Fuck
stuck in my
that.
head. I'm so
Destroyed
mad.
that shit.
I'm so mad I can't stream it right now. This is a curse, honestly.
Yo, Jake,
Honestly though, I'm like I hate having like to not have the single out and listening to it on Dropbox. Like that
Yeah.
shit is boring. Anyway,
What were you gonna say, Jackson?
if you ever make a movie, can you release it on Laserdisc?
I would
I would
love
try.
that. I'd release it on VHS before I released on Laserdisc.
we had Speak It Into Existence on 8-track though. I would try.
Is that different from regular cassette tape?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's a different
Way
flavor.
Sorry,
different.
this is my arcade cabinet. I don't know.
It's like a cassette that looks like an NES cartridge.
Exactly.
Oh, the big cassette tape. I gotcha.
And no one has a fucking player for it, so I've never even listened to it. I have it on 8-track. I've never listened to it.
Did you guys sell those?
We
Or-
did. Like
okay.
it was like limited, so they're all gone now. Well, like
Yeah.
at least they're all sold, and we have like 3
Did you ever
or so.
put a Speak Into Existence on cassette?
on cassette.
Yeah.
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 All 3 like the main projects are on cassette, so they're running out actually.
Oh, there still are some. I'm
Yeah.
building like a cassette collection apparently. So
Do you have
Go
a cassette
grab it.
player?
I do not. No.
Dude, that's
want
my
one?
favorite thing. Like, so many people are just buying like cassette tapes because it's becoming more and more of a thing in like more like grimy forms of music, I guess. Like guitar driven, I guess would be a better way to put it.
It's definitely
Nobody has a fucking cassette.
No.
it's totally a response to the vinyl industry though.
I
Like,
have 2 in my room right now.
You have 2 of them?
I have a
How does that?
boombox and a personal player.
I don't know. I really don't care for vinyl. Like it's really big
love
and
it.
takes up a lot of room. Like I love it aesthetically, obviously. Like it's so classic and stuff. But I don't know. Something about cassette tapes are more. They're more like VHSs to me, and I like VHS that type of technology.
I think
So,
it's just like it's compact, it's nice, it's
Yeah.
really easy to like deal with. So it's just like I know we're gonna be making tapes for each like major release. We thought about making EXO tapes, but we'll see if that actually happens. We might do it,
I would buy that.
just for the hell of it. But
Just be one song on a tape.
yeah,
Over and
mean,
over.
hey.
Every track.
well, it would just be like one. Like we would probably do like EXO on the front and the instrumental on the back.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually a good
Yeah.
idea.
Because we're actually doing that for like the Spotify single. too.
Really? The instrumental's really good. I listened to that as well. I like that you can hear some like group vocals in the back still. Like,
Yeah,
hey.
those are like production elements because they're not actually us.
Yeah.
Like they're like splice samples, I think. So
Uh,
we just left those in the instrumental because it's not like our vocals or whatever.
yeah. What the fuck are these hays and haws? I had this thought while me and Claudio were listening to the new Kendrick album in the car. And what is the song where he's like, bitch is like, who?
Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hills.
I knew exactly what you're going to talk
He
about.
is, he is the only guy that can make a song like that, and it still is like making that goofy ass noise, and it's still fucking good.
Oh yeah,
Like
Kendrick's voices are like super crazy. Like I think that's like one of his like big strengths that people don't talk about enough.
yeah, like on N95 when he does that weirder voice towards the ending of the song. It's
Yeah.
like that's such a cool switch up.
He
So
also did
weird.
that with like a Lil Wayne album too.
Really.
Why he was talking like this? I don't know how he does.
Or like the Baby Keem joints, like the top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
No, that's how he actually talks. He's Irish. It's like 21 Savage. You never knew until he gets deported.
I thought he was like doing an impression of Danny Brown.
I love Danny Brown so much.
Danny Brown's the only guy who can get away with goofy voices like that. It still
It
make
sounds
it
like
work.
Master Shake, like he tried to rap.
Oh my god.
I hear it. I think you'd be probably down with that.
Podcast is also funny as fuck.
Yes.
Just thought I should throw that out there.
Yes, it is. That's like the new favorite podcast outside of you guys.
He has a podcast? What's it
Yeah,
called?
it's just him, the Danny Brown podcast, I
All
think,
right.
or the Danny Brown
Sorry.
show.
Good
Danny Brown
SEO,
show,
my
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, no, it's legit just him sitting in a studio and just riffing off by himself for like an hour, and it's hilarious.
Did you guys listen to Pharrell and Tyler and 21 Savage, the cash in, cash out?
Yes, I did. Because I was also like, man, how you gonna fucking drop a cash in, cash out? We're dropping sold out at like the same time. It's like, fuck. Okay.
Split record.
But no, it's cool. I dig it.
I like everything but him saying cash in, cash out. I don't.
It's the laziest fucking
Yeah.
hook. But if you just like stop caring,
Yeah. Yeah.
then it becomes like the best hook.
I bet 3 cranberry vodkas. I'm sure it'll sound great.
Exactly. Like that's the vibe.
Jake, when are we having a party at your place again?
I don't know, you fucking asshole. You, you got so intoxicated. You were so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You're like, Jake, just let me know next time you're having a party, man. I'll come over. Like, I know, man.
Yeah, let me know too.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah. What is the Kendrick Lamar track? What does that have to do with Silent Hill?
I don't know.
I try to listen. It's like,
He
oh,
says,
maybe it's gonna be some.
I don't know. Yeah. It's such a weird noise. Like, as soon as he makes it, you're like, what? And then you're like, well, actually, it works perfectly. Damn, we've been recording for an hour. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up.
A long ass episode. What are you going to be playing in the background of this episode on YouTube?
What do I got?
Warcraft 3.
Probably
Warcraft 3.
Fortnite, to be honest.
Fortnite.
Yeah. Fortnite Battle Pass. About to shit out my ass.
Wait, we never got to figure out what Silly Goose was.
It's a band.
It's a band I told you to listen to.
Damn.
It's in the chat log. Did you listen
I
to
forgot. I forgot.
it? Okay. We'll
I
listen
was
to
looking,
that.
I was like, Silly Goose.
It's a project that Carson from Callous Cowboys helped produce and work
Oh
on.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I remember.
It's
I
like
was
a
I knew it was familiar.
it's a Limp Bizkit type band. It's like I like it more than the new Limp Bizkit album. So it's got some great. There's a line where he says, "When I was a kid, I used to poop in the pool and." Everything was awesome, and then my mom caught me pooping in the pool, and then it wasn't awesome. It's like
I've only listened to the first 2 songs, so I don't know if you're serious or not right now.
listen to La Machina, or however you say that. He says it
Why
weird.
did you post Fall Guys?
Why did you post Fall
God
Guys?
damn it!
But in kanji.
Because
Like,
it's
I'm supposed to read that.
I'm not telling you to read it. Look at the picture, Jackson. It's got Master Chief on it. He's he's so round.
Who's the dude on the left?
That's Master Chief.
No, his left.
Oh, his left? I don't know.
Nobody? What do you mean?
Probably a brute.
There's a grunt. There's a red guy, and
Okay,
there's
but
a
then
guy.
who's that in the back?
I don't know. He's just got a helmet.
I don't know.
I don't even know if this is like a leak or something. I just saw it and I thought Master Chief as a Fall Guy looked funny.
Master Chief Fall Guys with cat ears and a unicorn.
Yeah.
That's the next skin in Halo Infinite.
All right. Next podcast
Fall
we
Guy.
might be a whole different podcast. So see you then, I guess. Like, subscribe, follow
Are we
Pulses
still worst
BA.
TGD podcast right now?
We are still the worst TGD podcast.
At the moment.
Follow Kevin at Antiquation. That'll be in the
Correct.
description. It's like kind of a harder name to spell just by hearing it alone.
Right.
And yeah, check out Sold Out, EXO Sold Out.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week, probably, given that I don't die.